Right, guys. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash. And we're going to have a look on the 2 hour today. Um, we'll have a look at the higher time frame as well. But also, right, if you start talking crap in comments and stuff, I'm just going to block you. All right. If you take trades and you lose money because of something I've said, or you invest in something that I thought was good and you lose money, that's your problem, mate. Like just go away, go back in, crawl back into your hole. Um, like you ain't gonna get any sympathy from me. So anyway, this is what I think. I think this is your green box. Okay, so take that out, and this is going to be your golden fib zone. Okay, so golden fib zone is the 0.618 to the 786. However, if you do watch my videos, I also include the zero point 0.5 in that, okay? And that is where I start scaling into longs. So if the price comes down into the zero point 0.5 after a 5 leg move up, which is what we've had here, then I will start scaling into longs below the 0 0.5, okay? As you can see, that it can be quite profitable. So the first time I started scaling into Bitcoin Cash was here. And obviously, there became quite a lot of reaction from this zone. Obviously, we've just come down and we've broken that with that blue line. But that's not the be all or the end all. It's good. Okay, it shows that we've got support here. Now, the other thing that we can see is that we've got this bullish structure forming. So we've got a bull flag forming. And yes, this could extend lower. It could come down into our green box here. I don't know what's going to go on with the markets. Today is obviously that you got like FOMC and data being released, etc. So I do expect it to be somewhat volatile. But smart money indicators on the 2 hour has given us a strong low here. There is another strong low on the 4 hour, which is below here. Okay. So in my opinion, this is a buying opportunity, and I am actively adding to my position over on Levex. So let's go to the trade here. Where are we going? There we go. Right. So negative 642 at the minute. But as I say, I'm scaling in, and that's the main thing at the minute is start scaling into longs. I wouldn't be looking to enter any shorts in this area. And then we'll go on to the higher time frame, and I'm actually going to show you something else before I do that. So I'm going to go to, I'll do a chart comparison. So let's get rid of Bitcoin. We're going to go on to BCH Bitcoin, okay? And I'm going to show you why. If you followed me for long enough, you will know that I actually called Bitcoin Cash to go to 50K. All right. Now, I'm going to touch on that a bit more now, because I think a lot of people don't actually believe it. But I'm going to show you why it's very possible. So, let me just get this chart up. Right. So this is Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin value. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look on the 2-week chart. And I'm going to show you where I think that the price can go. All right. We'll get rid of this. I'm just going to check one thing, and that's just to see where this has come into. Yeah, exactly where I thought it was. Okay. So this is quite interesting. The Bitcoin Cash Bitcoin pair has not made a new low yet. Okay, from this point here, but it's very possible that we could do this, and I will show you what I mean. It's very possible that we could come into this zone here, and this could be our bounce zone. All right, and that might come in very useful when I tell you about where I think Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin is going. I think that we're going to come back up into this zone here, round about there. Okay, and it's very possible that we could also make a new all-time high against Bitcoin. We'll have to see how that one plays out and see how Bitcoin is reacting from this area. But what do you see about this level here? So currently Bitcoin is trading at 100 and something thousand. Okay, well, if Bitcoin goes to 140,000, which is where I think it's going, and I actually think it's going to keep going higher. I don't think 140,000 is going to be the absolute top. All right, I think it's going to be more like 500 to a million next year. But if we get into this zone here, which I'm going to mark with blue, and the reason I'm going to do that, well, actually, no, I'll do it with red, because the reason I'm going to do that is because I think that is time to probably get out. All right. But look, this is 0.43 to 0.26 Bitcoin. Okay, so if you imagine now, at the price that Bitcoin was, if Bitcoin Cash went to 0.43, I mean that's nearly 50,000 because that's nearly half a Bitcoin. So my price prediction of Bitcoin Cash going to 50,000 actually does have some confluence with Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin. All right, and that increase would be nearly 7,000%, which isn't actually that bad when you think about cryptocurrencies and how fast they can go up and how much they can go up. I know we've seen huge moves versus USDT, but we haven't seen huge moves versus Bitcoin for a very long time. So it's potential that all of these Bitcoins that are currently held off exchanges and things, they do start to come back into the market soon. Coming out of cold storage and going into altcoins, and that would free up a bit more supply of Bitcoin to go into assets like Bitcoin Cash and send them up here. All right. So now going back to the price chart. We're going to now go on to the monthly. All right. Now, this is really important. What we want to see is a clear break of this purple line. So this is the purple line that I told you to get out at. When was it? I think at some point this year. Yeah, March. That was the purple line where I said, look, I'm going to take a short here. And, I told you that I was expecting it to go down to these prices. And you can have a look at the previous video if you don't believe me. But I told you within a few dollars, literally here, that I was shorting Bitcoin Cash. All right. And I told you here that I was buying Bitcoin Cash. I told you here I was buying Bitcoin Cash. I told you here it was go up more. Pretty much if you just followed everything I said, then you wouldn't be far off. Well, you wouldn't be wrong at all. So this is what I'm thinking now. I do think that we are going to break this downward sloping resistance line, and when we break that, we're going to see something similar to XRP. Okay, so we'll see. I'll show you XRP now. This is what we're going to see. All right, you're going to see this huge explosion in price, and if we turn this over to the 2-week chart, this is what's going to happen next for Bitcoin Cash. All right. And if we actually go into the 4-hour chart again, you can see the comparison. This this 2-week structure on XRP is Bitcoin Cash on the 2 hour. All right. So we've got this bull flag. We can say that there for Bitcoin Cash, that there for Bitcoin Cash, and we can just get a fib retracement on here. Takes you into the 786 zone, which is around about here now. This is the golden pocket. This is the golden pocket for XRP, and the next move is boom. Okay, but bearing in mind this is a 2-week chart, and this is your 4-hour chart. Okay. So next move, we are expecting a pump very similar to XRP, about 500%. And if we get a fib on this move, I mean, that is almost a full extension to the 3.618. So if we get that, 3.618, takes you up to about $800 first. But that's a clear breakout then. Yeah, we're mooning. So I'm thinking about $4,000, $3,500, something like that. That's what I'm targeting, I think. Let me just check that price, because if we have a look on here, we actually came and tested the highs for, yeah, so almost a new all-time high, somewhere around there. I think it's about the 3.2 786. Yeah, so about the 786, so 3,400-ish. That's where I'm expecting Bitcoin Cash to go. And then we'll just have to see what happens after that. As you can see with the line here, the pathway, I'm expecting this. All right. So if we come up here, I would expect a wave 4 to come in after that. And because wave 2 was very shallow, here, look, this is wave 2. I'll mark it out. We could actually expect wave 4 to be quite deep. So something like this. We could expect it to come down to the 0.5 to around about there anyway, and then up a bit, and then up again. Yeah, so that's what I'm expecting for Bitcoin Cash anyway. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Come over and join me on LevX. It's just missed a million. Yeah, cool. All right, guys.